and welcome back to the LDM show right here on Nightline Radio. And I've been waiting for this day. My brother-in-arms, MAKO, or how people know him, Michael Simmons, the instructor, martial arts from Full Element Martial Arts. He's a stunt man. He's a father. He's a coordinator. He's the man of the year.
I'm scared of him.
Oh my God, how much more? If I read his whole thing, if you went to the LDMshow.com and seen his whole bio,
ridiculous.
It's a lot. But anyway, I just want to give it up. Michael Simmons is in the house here today.
What's going on, guys? Good evening.
Oh my God, finally got you here today.
I know.
It is great to have you here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
A lot of people guys don't know, actor, producer, instructor, father, and
stunt.
He's a martial arts brother,
yes, sir.
So he's
yes,
like a lot here going on.
Right there. Look,
As a matter of fact, his little man just came in right now, smiling.
I wish you guys could see him.
Oh my God, he's over there. He's just smiling. But
you should bring him on.
But we'll bring him on because we're coming back.
Yeah, we're definitely coming back.
So we'll have him on for his first guy talk.
Where? Definitely.
Break him in properly.
Another
Look at him
little guy talk here.
Right now. Sorry, I'm so distracted.
But he is so adorable. I wish you guys could see the outside, but we'll definitely bring him in.
My labor was intense with him. I was in a labor with him for 11 hours.
You were in labor?
I was.
Yeah. When y'all screaming and yelling, y'all pressing arms and screaming at us. It's like,
I mean, actually, yeah, you are in labor.
Exactly.
Sharing the experience.
It's like a unison. It's one. You know? It's just we feel the pain afterward. No, actually, let me rephrase that.
This is awesome.
Might get me in trouble.
You're going to get in trouble.
Yes.
But, MAKO, you actually been in so many movies,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of the movies you've been on.
So let me start let's talk about the journey.
Right.
Okay. So the journey began in 2010. And basically, you know, prior to that, I had a lot of people saying, you know, MAKO, you should be jumping off buildings. You have presence, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I had low self-esteem. I was like, get out of here, you know. I mean, studying karate, I was still competing and all that stuff.
Right.
And I was just like, nah, I don't want to do that, whatever. And then there was a very catalytical, pinnacle event that partook in my life around 2009. And then I was like, you know what, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You know, and my business was already going and whatnot. Right. And, you know, we had a great staff there. And then 2009, I took a headshot, you know, put my resume together, basically lied about my whole resume. You have to, because when you first start, you got to exaggerate a little bit. You know, and put the resume in, signed up with Backstage, submitted, and bam, audition call. Like, literally, like the next day.
Wait a second, you were not nervous? Like, being that you faked it a little bit?
Yeah, well, no, what happened was that, you know, I made the resume and the headshot and I submitted online. Because, you know, you join these actors, whatever, and then submitted, and I got a message on Facebook, Backstage saying, come, you have an audition. So I was like, oh my God, I was excited. It was like literally like the second day or the third day after January of 2010. Wow. And then next thing you know, I go to the audition, and the audition was kind of awkward because it was actually around the corner from this dude's pizza store in, The Last Dragon. Remember the movie The Last Dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the pizza store?
Leroy.
Wow. Right, just direct to your pizza. Daddy Green's
pizza.
Exactly.
Y'all got good memory.
The audition was right around the corner from there. And when I go into the, you know, you're expecting like a studio or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I get there, it's a little freaking apartment, right? I kid you not. And then as I knock on the door, this young lady, her name is Miriam Cruz, and then the director, Pablo Croce, they're sitting there. And the guy was like, oh, you're this person. I was like, yeah, hi, I'm MAKO-san. Here's my, oh, great. And then he read my resume. He went to the bottom. He's like, oh, you do martial arts? Let me see a kata. I was like, yeah, sure. So I did like an improvised kata at that point. And then let me see some kicks, whatever. Yeah, he's like, oh, great. You got the part.
Oh,
I was like, wow, that's great.
That's awesome.
So, you know, you're trying to act all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so my agent's contacting your agent or manager,
and
whatever.
And then you go home and freak out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people in the street like, what's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, exactly, right? So then next thing you know, you know, they send me an email and they're like, you know, this is your call time, you know, because we have a call time, and they send a call sheet and they tell you what you need to wear and all this other stuff. And then they were like, you have a preliminary meeting, wardrobe fitting. That was in Brooklyn at some factory. And then I met a gentleman of mine named Kazi Torganas, and he's actually making a lot of noise. Like, he was just on Blind Spot as a principal. He was the Russian dude in John Wick that got shot. You know, this is my boy, you know. So I met him for the first time in the fitting, and then we do the fitting, and I'm like, what is this for, you know? And then the director was like, I need you guys to coordinate a fight scene. I was like, yeah, sure, you know. So, you know, I said I own a karate school, and Kazi was like, oh, I box. Perfect.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I said, you know, we collaborated with one another, coordinated the you know, the whole rehearsal for the choreography. Met me at my school. I'm like, I still don't know what this is for. Then 2 weeks later, finally, we go to the location where we have to meet. We have to be there like at 5 a.m. That was on 14th Street. We get in the van. It was a black, you know, like a 15-passenger van. It was freaking, you know, it was like tinted windows. Like, man, I was like, yo, I'm a celebrity now.
Men in Black right here.
It was amazing. We get into the van. We drive out to Long Island, to the penitentiary. We're on set. They have all the lights and everything set up. They had great craft services, which is the food that they give you. And then next thing you know, Romeo Santos walks in from Aventura.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit.
So you didn't even...
Excuse my language.
No, that's fine. You didn't even know what you were going in for
I
then.
didn't.
They just kind of set you up, but they never told you
They
what
said
the
music
production
video,
was.
choreography. You know,
Nice.
even though, you know, Romeo showed up like hours later, you know,
Right.
but he walks up on set. And I was like, oh, my God. You know, we're in Aventura, and they were hot. I mean, this was like...
Yeah, that's when they were like...
This was
At
like...
their prime, yeah.
Exactly. And, you know, you know, that song was pretty big,
Yeah.
you know, and so, you know, a little something happened on set because they showed up late, you know, and we were supposed to rehearse with Romeo. He was supposed to come and rehearse with us, but he never made it. So if you look at the video, you know, basically the director gave us an elongated time on the video just to compensate for
the missing.
You know, exactly, for the missing. And I was like, wow, thank you. So we got like a good 15 to 20 second fight scene on there. And that is what started everything right
Woo!
there. And then from there on, it was
I love
just
to hear
like,
stories.
yeah, and then like from
So
there on, it
interesting.
was just like, you know, I was getting called for everything, you know, choreography. And then I started connecting with my martial arts brothers. You know, I have a lot of martial arts brothers in the film industry that are very, very well known, and they do their thing. And I just made a phone call, like, hey, listen, I'm this, you know. Oh, my God, you're in New York? Yeah, all right, meet me here. So I started skipping the audition processes.
And then going straight.
And it was just word of mouth. And they were like, Mike, show up on this time. Bomb, bring this. And bam. You know, so from there was Avengers Ultron, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just did the Captain America Winter Soldier, Men in Black 3, Tower Heist, Parker. What else? I mean, the list goes on. And then, of course, with Kazi, we did the first movie, independent film, which was Salvation Road. And then we did another one called Terminal Legacy, which has actually got picked up by a network. So they like redoing it with like 8 actors and everything, which is cool, but we still get like credit for it. I did another one called Elite Venator. That's how I met my wife, you know.
She's in the business too?
Yeah, she's actually a major like makeup artist. But she just
And
did
a Zumba.
Yeah, she's a Zumba instructor too. Yeah,
Good.
She's major.
That
Like,
helps
she
when
does,
they're involved. A little
she
bit.
does. She just did a gig for some, you know, some famous like.
Maybe we need to have her here for Ladies' Day.
His wife was one of the pregnant Zumba people.
Yeah,
Okay.
she
She
was.
was pregnant, but she was still
and
kicking
she
ass,
was
right?
still-
She was in there. Yeah, she's amazing.
She
Amazing
was like-
dancer.
Nice.
Yeah.
We need to have her on the
she-
show one
she-
day.
she was real
if she
good.
doesn't mind.
But she's doing an event February 21st for domestic violence.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, it's called Heal, Educate, and Empower. And we just got a confirmation for a major celebrity to attend that day. So,
I seen the things of talking.
yeah, like we can't say too much, but
Right.
you know, this is like, you know, so. But yeah, definitely get her on the show. But she's amazing. I mean, and her makeup work is amazing. Her
I love
acting is
makeup.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
she does amazing.
Right, Tanisha?
they are
You like
a
makeup.
team to really reckon. I met him about a year and a half ago. It's almost 2 years at an event that they just told me to go. I went, met him, we talked, and then after months of us talking, we found out that we're pretty much in the same
Martial arts circle.
classes.
Wow.
stuff.
And
Like,
you've never crossed paths ever?
And we never crossed paths until that time. But like I was telling him, it had to be fate that we meet now.
Yeah.
You know,
Everything
because
is
when he was going, he was in a different fighting scenes, and I was in a different fighting scene.
Okay.
And then when I went underground, he went above ground. So it was
Okay.
like we were missing each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
You know, at that time, and then at our principal moment is when we met each other. And since then, he'll call me up, and
it's perfect timing. Maybe it's perfect timing for you guys to
it always. And I like
build a bond.
his students.
And you're getting back into your stuff now too, so it's perfect.
And his students, if you guys go to Full Element Martial Arts, take your kids there. This is the best place that I'm, not just because he's my friend and everything, but because what I've seen the kids. Kids are respectful. They come back. I seen one little kid. He was like, "Oh man, I missed last week. I wonder if I missed a lot." I'm like,
they
wow.
really get into it. That's good. What do you do differently from other schools, if you don't mind me asking, that intrigues the kids, or is it just the sport that intrigues the kids?
We don't fake it.
Bottom
line,
real about it.
Like my philosophy. If we're talking about my martial arts thing now, my philosophy and approach is, I'm an old school type of person, Latinos,
also,
tate quieto will smack you up, stay still.
Right.
I don't believe in this, the ADD, ADHD, bipolar.
Yeah.
That's another conversation.
Yep.
I think that's
we be having that conversation a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I just think that's something for more so for financial gain. Because nonetheless, when I grew up, my dad punched me in my mouth and was like, "Don't do it again."
And you said, "Okay," and that was it.
Exactly. My mom did the same thing.
He's so old school. He don't have a nunchuck. He have chancletas on the chain.
So the philosophy in the school is that it takes a village to raise a family.
Always to do anything.
So we extensively communicate with the parents and be like, this is how we approach it. If you agree with this, then we can make this happen. If you don't agree with this philosophy, then we're not going to work. Because it doesn't make any sense if I'm telling little Johnny, hey, listen, okay? And I'm telling him to listen, okay? And listen accurately. Follow directions. We use a phrase called LTD, listen to directions, right? And then all of a sudden, the parent walks out the door of the school and is like, "You okay, Johnny? Let's go buy a PS4 now."
Right. Doesn't work.
Absolutely.
It's like one bad parent, one good parent.
Exactly.
Everything I'm teaching you doesn't mean nothing.
So I don't have anybody. We have an interview process. You come into my school, please understand this is how we approach it. If you want a good lifestyle for your child,
or discipline,
and even for adults, because we have adults there too, and I'm like, if you want a good foundation, then we can provide you with the resource for a good foundation. But just make sure we're on the same page. Because once you break that, that's it.
A joke. Yeah, it's all discipline.
And the whole community gets together. He has a Halloween.
We got a Halloween haunted
house.
Oh my
God, that was amazing.
Did you see how many people we had?
Actually,
we drew over like 560 people that night.
That's a great turnout.
It was funny because it was just me and my wife. We was like, okay, let's go and film it because we don't have the whole staff. So we'll probably just film like 20 minutes. It's not going to be that. We got there, we was like, why is this line? It was a line around the block.
Corner.
Do you do it every year?
We do it. We've been doing it like for the past like 9 years. I missed 1 year because I just didn't feel like doing it, But then like this last year, we heavily branded it, heavily marketed it. And I mean, we got a great turnout. And then we ended up donating the proceeds to St. Jude's.
Oh, nice.
Actually, so
where is it located?
My school is located on 707 Brady Avenue in the Bronx, New York.
And that's where you do it?
Yeah.
You turn the whole place inside out?
Turn the whole place.
That's amazing. Where do you get the funds for that? Do you have sponsors, or you kind of
we never
stash?
We never went the sponsor route. Primarily like I invested in all the products and everything like 5-6 years ago. So we have everything there. Okay. And then we hire like the some of the students from the inside. Sometimes I get some of my acting acquaintances to come through. Okay. And then we just do it up. Yeah.
It's a community school, and that's basically what I like about it. And then plus, me and him came from the same facility where we don't buy our belts, we gain our belts.
We earn everything.
So, and people that are in the martial arts world, understand what we mean by buying your belts. I don't want to get into it, but we earn our belts. and
lot of
we earned it
respect.
hard.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
We earned it hard.
Not an easy thing to do.
That's why I feel like, I mean,
Yeah.
in the school, it's like, we're like that with all the parents. Sometimes it's funny because the parents are like, yeah, cordial them,
Yeah,
beat them down.
yeah, I heard it last night. I was like, what?
So, yeah,
you said,
yeah.
hey, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Quantum man,
That's how the
got
parents
him.
respond, you know?
Yeah.
Because the child will be like, Mom, no.
Don't look at me.
Daddy's
What
right there.
ages do you take?
We start them at 3 years old.
Oh wow, they're actually
Yeah.
doing stuff at 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'd
And
be
then my
awesome.
oldest,
They're so active.
my oldest student is 150 years old, which is good. That's my dad.
Oh, I hope you're watching this.
That's my dad.
Yikes.
He is cool too. And when I talked to his dad too, he was like, I thought I'd seen you from somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, you met me yesterday. No. Seen
Maybe
from
you
somewhere.
have.
No, but he did. As we were talking, he met me. He seen me in one of the competitions. And then one of the grandmasters were there. He was my championship judge. So that's why we was like, wait a minute, what's all this? It was all coming to. And I love being around his kids. It's like the
Right,
kids are there. They, like half of them didn't know I knew martial arts, so I just stayed quiet to see how they're going to react towards
Right.
me. They had the respect. Oh, but we look like we got a call maybe for some questions. We throw some questions in here.
That's so awesome.
Nice.
Caller, you on the air right here on the LDM show. How can I help you?
Yeah, man. I want to send shout outs to my man, Sean Elliott.
All
In the
right.
building right now.
Oh, yeah, he's still in the building. You're going to get to see him in a few minutes on Guide Talk. Just to let you know right now, we have a celebrity on field right now. Michael Simmons, who is one of the actors and stunt coordinators for many, many movies. So, you got to watch him as well.
I'm Sean Elliott's stunt double, actually, brother.
But
Yeah,
Sean Elliott
man,
will
just
be back
showing-
on with Guide Talk.
Every time Sean Elliott drops a deep verse, I jump in, That's how it works. You'll
Can't
be
wait
seeing
to
me
hear
with
it,
Sean a
man.
lot.
Hey, you never
Can't
know.
wait to hear it.
All right.
Thank you for
Well,
calling.
thank you for calling. Caller, where you from?
Yo, bless up, man.
Where you from, caller?
I'm from PA. I'm from the Bronx, but I'm in PA right now.
Oh, yeah? What part of PA?
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
How did I figure you were going to say Allentown? Matter of fact, we had a good some tournaments over there.
did, yes.
Yeah, we had tournaments in Allentown and in Easton.
What up, PA?
Yeah, so what's going on,
Hey.
PA?
What's going on over there? How's the weather?
Hold on, I got to go, man. I'll come
All
back.
right, thank you for calling.
Alrighty. You try to give somebody their 5 minutes to shine. They like, I gotta go.
Yo, I gotta go.
It's the LDM show.
my
You
boy
crazy?
Pookie.
Yeah, P. Ray, y'all in the house.
What?
No, but again, guys, we're here with Michael Simmons, a.k.a. MAKO-san, CEO of MAKO-san's Productions.
Sir.
He's here today blazing us with his glory here and everything that he does.
Well, thanks to God, though.
Yeah,
Of course.
you do a lot.
We do.
Community-based karate school, father. So
Fatherhood. Wow, let me tell you about fatherhood.
I was just gonna say,
Because you got something popping.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It is a great experience. It's definitely wouldn't trade it for the world. And the beauty about being a father or parent, in general, is that when you approach it the right way, you have like this laser beam focus. So not having Michael Jr., Mako-san Jr. around, it's like your purpose driven.
Right.
Your purpose. When you wake up in the morning, you look at your child and you're just like, we're gonna do this together.
Okay.
We're gonna make this happen. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been.
This is your first one?
Yeah, first one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
used to
can
rent
live.
them, for 12 years.
Yeah.
For my school, and then to send them.
Yeah,
home.
how is that feeling? Like you're in the school with them, then you go home to it. I mean, right now it's new, baby's fresh, but like
Yeah.
when he gets to that, you're gonna be around kids a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that something you could deal with?
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, my son is he's a godsend. He's a good young
Beautiful.
man. I mean,
Very nice.
You hear all the stories. You're not gonna be able to sleep. You're gonna be wiping diapers.
Yeah.
We haven't been through, knock on wood, any of that
Oh,
stuff.
that's such a blessing.
Like
He's a
he
good
goes to
kid.
sleep when he needs to.
He's a good baby.
He doesn't like dirty diapers, loves to take his bath. He's on a pretty tight schedule, so yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty
Keep
cool.
that up.
Absolutely.
We got another caller coming on. Keep it calling.
Hi,
Hi, caller. You're on the air. What's your name and where you're from?
Donna Mariscal from the Bronx.
That's my wife.
You could have just been
I'm
over
calling
here.
to say happy birthday to my husband who's on your show tonight.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Happy
Love you,
Happy
birthday.
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Because all the mics just blew up right now, so we interrupt this program with a commercial.
Right?
That is so sweet.
We have
Love you, baby.
technical difficulties.
Aquarius.
Right.
So yes, happy birthday.
Matter of fact, we got a
and I love
doorbell
you,
or
and
something?
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Give me a second. Somebody's ringing our doorbell.
Somebody's ringing the doorbell now.
Oh,
That
wait.
is so cool.
We out here. Let's sing it. Happy birthday to you.
See you.
Happy birthday to you.
See you.
Happy birthday, Mako-san. Happy birthday to you.
See you.
Woo!
Make a wish.
I assumed you like chocolate cake. Oreos, you can't go
Everybody
wrong.
likes chocolate.
We had to bring you a cake here.
How old are we now?
We're not going to mention that right
Well,
now.
we ain't gonna be like, hold
Top
up.
secret.
We got a
just playing.
exclusive here, but not that much. But we had to throw you, a little birthday thing and say happy birthday to you.
That's so sweet.
Keep up the good
Thank
work,
you so
man. You
much.
guys,
Thank you.
you
God
do
bless
so
you.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Wait.
Thanks
Can you
a
do a
lot.
little something for me, like real quick?
Real. Sign.
High
There we
block.
go. High block. That's what he said a high block.
You
That's
can't
what
give
she
me a
said.
move for the train.
Right.
You can't give me one move for the train.
Okay,
on the house.
for the train.
Just there's a lot of things going on.
And there goes
Yeah,
his
yeah.
wife saying hello,
Okay.
doing selfies on live, on radio station here, live TV.
That is so cute.
And
I
she
love
coming
it.
over here doing selfies.
Making her stand. That's
So-
mine.
So the essence wants the self-defense for the train.
For the
Just
train.
real quick, yeah.
Okay, so if there's people,
Awareness.
exactly, awareness is one. If there's people coming near you that you feel uncomfortable, turn your phone on, go to video, and press record. That way you can see everything that's happening. That's one. Okay. Then two, if you have lipstick, listen to this combination: lipstick, eye blush. Oh no.
Eyeshadow. Blush. It's two different
Because
things.
eyeshadow has that stick thing, right?
No.
No,
It can.
What is it? I mean, I don't cross dress
Wait,
on the
Eyeliner?
weekends, so
Eyeliner.
eyeliner. There you go.
Eyeliner.
Eyeliner. Lipstick, eyeliner. You
Which
put
I
the
have.
lipstick in one hand, the eyeliner in another. Okay, now you got two acting swords or something like that. All right.
Which they'll probably laugh at me for.
Exactly. But you see, that's the whole
Okay.
thing. You know, if you have the video camera with the lipstick and the eyeliner,
How is that possible on a crowded train? I'm just letting
they're
you know.
gonna look. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Crazy.
But how am I supposed to hold the phone and then hold one thing, hold this, and the crowded,
another
crowded
thing
train?
That's my
help you?
point. While you're doing all of that, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
And then they'll never bother you again.
And if you're sitting, just start rocking. Just start
Oh my
rocking.
God, that's
I don't know.
That is
know.
so funny.
But
So that was
Simmons on
my
the
best
female thing.
corny self-awareness defense that I
Yeah,
can give you.
and she didn't get it. Though.
Free
No,
of
that's okay.
charge.
That's okay. That one was free.
But actually, for the women's, always keep your back towards a door
The wall,
or
yep.
something. Always keep awareness. But what he did say about the phone, always act like you're on the phone, but having that camera facing
behind
back,
you.
behind
Usually, you know what's another
know?
thing too? Like when you're at the ATM machine.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I do all the time. You know, on the ATM machine, it has like that little circle mirror thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually like to, turn my body 45 degrees, okay, and look through the mirror.
I do that too.
Just so you know.
But you guys, we're gonna take this one more call before we go to break
Wasn't supposed to do that.
because the phone started ringing. But caller, you're on the air right here on the LDM show. What's your name and where you're from?
My name is George Zayas, and I'm from Westchester, New York.
Hey.
How we doing? You have a question here?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make a statement about Mako-san. He's a man of integrity. He's a good guy, working the streets as a police officer in the Bronx. I actually watched him take the children under his wing from that tough neighborhood and really convert a lot of people into a very positive environment in his school. And I'm really, really proud to be able to call him a friend. He's a mentor. He's a very good guy, and excited to call him, not only a friend but family.
Yes, sir.
That's
Family
good.
for life, Primo. That's right.
Good.
That's nice. That was a nice call to take.
All right, thank you for calling.
Nice call. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you,
Take care. Love you
Primo.
guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you all
Yes.
day,
A lot of
but
fun.
you're not going to be leaving because we're coming back to Guy Talk. But someone is leaving. I ain't pointing fingers,
They kicking me out, but it's
but
all
someone
good.
is leaving for
Oh,
Guy
good.
Talk.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I
Well, they
make
kicked
my
me
family.
out last week for Girl Talk, so now this is Guy Talk.
Okay.
So, again, guys, Michael Simmons, a.k.a. Mako-san
Check
from
him out.
Mako-san Production. You got to watch him.
Support.
He is a force to be reckoned.
Yeah.
And I'm
nervous
telling
with
you,
him.
his school, Full Element Martial Arts, I promote them heartily and heavily.
Absolutely.
You got to go to them.
Yeah.
Just tell them, hey, LDM sent me here. You might get a discount. We don't
So
know.
check us out at you could. You
That
will
would be good.
definitely.
You don't know.
So check us out at fullelementkarate.com. That's our martial arts website. Right now we're doing 3 days for $19.99. You get a free uniform. What else are we doing? We got a lot of events for the kids. We have the Easter egg hunt coming in April.
Oh, yeah.
So, get on our Facebook page at Full Element Martial Arts so you can get the information for the Easter egg hunt. We usually draw about 500-600 people. Oh, and there's money in the eggs. We give up to $150 in cash, in those eggs. So whoever wins that is the lucky winner. So that's fullelementkarate.com, Full Element Martial Arts on Facebook, Full Element on Instagram. And then if you want to know what's going on with our film stuff, MAKOSonProductions.com. Michael Simmons actor, if you're a casting director, whatever, and you need somebody to jump off a building, I can do that definitely.
And then you also can go to the LDMshow.com. Watch his bio is there, his picture is there, all the information he's giving. Just click on. We'll be right back for Guy Talk. This is the LDM Show right here on Nightline Radio.
All right.
Hey, you've been watching the LDM Show? Let us know what you think about this episode. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We value your opinion, so please let us know.